Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. My name is Dr. Muhammad Saklian Zahir and today our topic is various irrigation methods. First of all, what is irrigation? Irrigation is the artificial application of water to the soil through various systems of tubes, pumps and spray. Irrigation is usually used in the area where rainfall is irregular or drying time or drought is expected. There are many types of there are many type of the irrigation system in which water is supplied to the entire field informally. Irrigation water can come from the groundwater through the spring and wells, surface water through rivers and lakes, and it applied to the field. And there are different types of the methods of the irrigation like surface irrigation, subsurface irrigation, sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation system. First of all, what is surface irrigation? It There are also further divided with the name of surface irrigation that it is applied on a surface, subsurface irrigation that is applied under the surface, and sprinkler irrigation we can see with the name that sprinkler irrigation is the irrigation application through the sprinklers, and drip irrigation means the application of irrigation water in the form of drips. And surface irrigation is further divided into uncontrolled flooding, strip method, broader strip method, check method, basin method, and furrow method. Choice of the irrigation system is depend upon the water availability, topography of the area, climate of the area, soil type, and crop grown, and economical condition of the farmer, and locate traditional and skills. Surface irrigation: in all the surface method of the irrigation, water is either pounded on the soil or allowed to flow continuously over the soil surface for the duration of irrigation. Although surface irrigation is the oldest and most common method of irrigation, it does not result in high level of performance. This is mainly because of the uncertain inflation rate, which are affected by year to year changes in the cropping pattern, cultivation practice, climatic factor, and many other factors. As a result, correct estimation of irrigation efficiency of surface irrigation is difficult. Application of efficiencies of surface method may range from 40 to 80%. Next is the uncontrolled flooding. When water is applied to the crop land without any preparation of land and without any leaves to guide or restrict the flow of water on the field, the method is called uncontrolled flooding. In this method of flooding, water is brought to field ditches and then admit at one end of the field, letting in flood. Uncontrolled flooding generally results in excess irrigation at inlet region of the field and insufficient irrigation at the outlet end. Application efficiency is reduced because of either deep percolation or flowering away of water from the field. Next is the strip irrigation or broader flooding irrigation. In this method, the field is divided into the number of long parallel strips called border, which is separated by low ridges. Land divided into strips of 10 to 20-meter width and used for the closed growing crops like wheat and fodder is not good for the rice. And check flooding irrigation. In this method, the field is divided into a rotatory level plot. Checks are generally 2 to 3 meter and 25 to 30 centimeter of the height. This method is more suitable for permeable soil. It's also used as impermeable soil like clay and loam. This is the check flooding irrigation. We can see in the picture that they divided the soil into different parts and make the bunds and they irrigate the soil land. Next is a basin method. This method is frequently used to irrigate orchard. One basin is made around the tree and irrigate to that plant. We can see from this picture that a basin is formed around the tree and irrigation water is applied to that particular tree. And next is the furrow method. This water is applied to the land through the series of long narrow channels called furrows. In furrow irrigation, only a part of the furrow is wetted, thus minimize the evapotranspiration. Furrow irrigation is adapted for the raw crops like corn, tobacco, and cabbage. The cost of land preparation is less. Next is the subsurface irrigation. Subsurface irrigation is the practice of applying water to soil directly under the surface. Moisture research reach at the point roots through capillary action. The conditions of which favor sub-irrigation are as follow. Impervious subsoil at the depth of 2 meter, a very permeable subsoil, a permeable loam and sandy loam surface soil. Uniform topography of the condition should be required for subsurface irrigation and moderate ground slope. Generally, high value crops are considered because of the high capital cost of installing of the subsurface irrigation system. This is the drip irrigation system in is work on the basis of this saturation and drip water of individual plant also means that the method can be very efficient in water use and subsurface irrigation tube is the most suitable way when water is scarce. We can see in this picture this is the application of subsurface irrigation in the lawn. Next is the sprinkler irrigation system. Sprinkling is the method of applying water to the soil surface in the form of spray which is somewhat similar to rain. In this method water is sprayed into the air, allowed to fall on the soil surface in a uniform pattern at a rate less than infiltration rate of the soil. This method started in the beginning. It was used in humid region as a supplemental method of the irrigation. This method is popular in the developed countries and gaining popularity in the developing countries too. And next is the trickle irrigation system. Trickle irrigation as drip irrigation system comprise main line and sub-mains. Lateral, they consist of valves and drippers that is also known as emitters, pressure gauge, water meter, filters, sands, and clay to reduce clogging of the emitters, and pumps, fertilizer tank, vacuum breakers, and pressure rotators. These are the included in the drip irrigation system. Like drip irrigation system, water is applied through the pumps in pipes into the root zone of the plants. Like we can see in this picture, the water is applying in these plants through the drip irrigation system. Importance of irrigation. What is the importance of irrigation? The importance of irrigation can be explained in the following points. Its insufficient and certain rainfall adversely affect the agriculture. Drought and famine are to low rainfall. Irrigation help to increase the productivity even in low rainfall. The productivity or irrigated land is high as compared to the unirrigated land. Irrigated has helped to bring most of the fallow land under cultivation. Irrigation has stabilized the output and yield level. Irrigation increased the availability of water supply, which in turn increased the income of the farmers. In other words, we can also say that water is life. Without water, there is nothing. So these are the different irrigation methods are used for the application of water. So so the irrigation is very essential to for the proper plant growth and yield. So this is enough for today. So thank you students.